Yes, people, welcome back to the first XI. It's been a whole 3 minutes since our last stream, but we were busy chatting, man, and we don't like to do it off stream. We want to get you involved, so once you jump in, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Chris, you were just saying about the Chelsea game. You wanted to talk about it and how poor Mason Mount was. Is that right?
Hey, he's better than most midfielders in the Premier League. Okay, right now.
Jesse Lingard.
Oh my god.
No, about the game, it is average, but like we was coasting the game, weren't we? So yeah, we was just coasting that game. Porto was nothing. There was crying at the end, and
I didn't watch it. I was watching the big boys play tonight, so I didn't.
What the big boys? Man United played.
No. The big boys play on Thursday.
What, like PS?
No.
Wait. Like PSG that have never won the competition. Okay. Then.
Yeah.
Well, Poch is a fraud. What?
Like
I
Man
agree with
United.
that.
Then you
I'm
want
with you
to
there,
Poch
Sven.
at Chelsea like me?
I'm
don't
joking,
lie.
man. I'm joking.
Poch worries me a bit. I think he could have a really good career in League One.
He's still a young manager, you know. He's still quite a young manager.
Indiana, do you know what though? Even if he wins the Champions League, doesn't mean Ollie Hours were right about him. To be fair, like, do you know what I mean? Like, he might not have been the great fit for United. So,
He'd have been a terrible fit for United.
well, there you go.
Poch would have been a terrible fit for United.
I'm
I
not
don't
even
wanna
sure
get
he's the
into
right
it.
fit for PSG overall.
And yet you were gassed that he went there, Will.
No,
do you know
no. Wait a minute. I
Flip-flop.
said I think that Sarri would have been a better fit,
Well, I'm joking right now. I'm joking.
but Poch is still a great manager.
Stop.
because that was the next gen, this appreciate you being in here, Mustafa.
Now we've got the fraud Slens here with us. So
Well, you're a fraud on FIFA, though.
let me introduce everyone. So we've got Real Chris, we've got Will, we've got who else is in here? Alex is in here, Slen's in here,
We've got Mr. Times.
Slen's in here, I'm in here, and we've also got Barry.
Barry, you're not lasting in this stream, man. Lord knows. Neither am I, apparently.
yeah.
Anyway,
Well,
Val says Mustafa go to bed. I should be going to bed. I gotta go out for work in the morning, but I thought I'd do a stream and we'll just talk crap about football or a lot of sense when we're talking about Poch being a fraud. But
I'm not having this. I'm not having
You'll
this.
see that in Champions League final when Tuchel scores in.
Well, yeah, I hope Tuchel scores him. I hope Tuchel makes him look like a fraud.
Yeah.
I want big apologies. If Poch doesn't win the league by more than 5 points and doesn't win the Champions League, I want apologies from everyone.
Lille have been good. Lille have been very good. You know,
But Indiana,
didn't you make a bet with Ellen in the group chat? Yeah, what was the bet? Did you make a bet with Ellen in the group chat?
It wasn't a group chat as such. It's if Poch doesn't, I think it's if Poch doesn't win the Champions League, or I can't remember exactly. She would say, I said it was something along the lines of if Poch doesn't win the league or doesn't win the Champions League or something, then she'll come on stream and say he's a fraud.
wait, Indiana, I got a question. What if Poch loses the league but wins the Champions League? Is he still a fraud?
Fraud.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
because
God.
the league's a gimme. The league's a gimme.
But he's won the Champions League, though. Oh, that's a mad statement for me, man.
That's knockout
I don't
football, though. And no, Slens, they're the best in terms of man for man. They're the best side in the Champions League for me.
squad-wise, I don't think
They're not better than
better
Man City. They're not better than Man City.
I think they are.
Not squad-wise, their bench is shit.
No, I think they are. If they've got
Come on,
everyone
Indiana.
fit.
They
you
had to play
serious?
Danilo
Let
Pereira
him
at centre
finish.
back.
I'm taking Verratti over Gundogan.
Same.
I'm taking Mbappe. I'm taking Mbappe, Icardi, or Neymar over.
Not Icardi.
Yeah,
Over
Icardi's-
who?
Icardi's over who's the fake Brazilian? I can't remember his name.
William.
Gabriel
Gabriel.
Jesus.
Yeah, you're not taking Icardi over Gabriel.
Yeah.
Mm.
Did you see
Yeah, I
William?
probably
Come
would. I mean,
It's not that far off, though. For me, if you look at the defense, Ruben Diaz, City don't have a Ruben Diaz. City don't have a Cancelo. Edison and Navas is close. Kyle Walker, I'll take him.
Marquinhos.
Rodri or
look at
Idrissa Gana guy.
Pierce- Wait, look at Danilo Pereira had to play in centre back tonight, and you're
Yeah.
saying their full squad. is not as good as Man City's.
KDB's better than Di Maria as well. So
Yeah, but I'm sorry, Sterling is no Neymar.
Yeah, that's true.
He's
Okay,
of course
the
not. He's
attack-
not.
The
He's not.
attack. But still-
Mahrez is no Mbappe.
Plus,
Overall, squad
we can all
though.
agree. Sorry, Will. But plus, we can all agree that they have a much better manager, right? Pep is a better manager than Poch. We can all admit that, right?
Yeah,
So-
yes.
Well,
You
Definitely.
put that into consideration.
100%.
Will, can you
Yeah.
admit that?
Sorry,
Can you
No,
admit that?
but that's why I said
win with
squad.
that. Yeah, squad all round. Their squad all round.
No,
City
no. What Slen said, can you admit that?
Admit that Pep's better than Poch. Did you say? For me, Pep's the best manager of all time. Of course,
Some
he's
bad
better than
feedback.
Poch.
Oh, good.
Wait,
As long as
Pep's
you
best,
Who's got the
best manager
feedback?
of all time. What?
Yeah, I
Um,
think him or Mourinho.
I've
are the
heard that
best.
before. Yeah.
I still think Mourinho is going to beat Pep in the cup final. You know, I've just got this feeling. I just think it's so Spursy and Mourinho-esque to win the cup and not finish in the top 4 and get the sack.
He
That
does
would
have
be
to
great,
save
man.
the season somehow. So
I think he'd be happy like that. I think he'd be happy. I think he'd be like, yeah. So if anyone ever calls him out over his Spurs career, they'll be like, "What do you want me to say? Like, I won them a trophy. They should be grateful." He'd be happy. He'd genuinely be
And then
happy.
all the
about
Spurs, all the Jose out people will cry because they care about their own agendas more than.
Am I the only one hearing this feedback?
Yeah, I'm muting
yeah, I
myself.
can hear
see
it. I
if
can
was
hear it
me.
myself.
Let's
Okay,
get into-
I'm going to mute myself 1 second. So let me know if it's me.
Yeah, it was you.
Yeah.
What was the point of the stream? I told you. We just got bored. Mustafa go to bed. Mustafa says no. Big up, comrade.
someone from the panel named Slen.
Good morning, Lancy.
Morning.
Good morning. Poch is the GOAT. Listen, I agree. If you need a man to get you second, he is the guy. Poch to win the CL. Yeah, he should. I think he should be. Listen, if Poch is half as good as people make out he is with his PSG side, he should be winning. There should be no excuse.
We could beat Poch. We could beat
Good
Poch.
Joseph. Poch ain't a GOAT.
Poch is not the GOAT. Of course he's not.
He is at getting second.
Yeah.
He's the GOAT at
Indiana.
getting second.
Are you
this
sure
is-
he's the GOAT at
Indiana.
getting second?
Hold on. This is something I wanted to bring up. Why do United fans support for Poch?
You go check my tweets earlier. That's literally
Yeah,
what
but
I was saying.
Indiana, he didn't eat. I mean, I'm gonna just troll Poch to annoy Spurs fans now, although I rate him. But he also got third. He got third in the 2-horse race.
Listen,
If you want someone to get in second, the king of second, in my opinion, is Brendan Rodgers after 13-14. He's the king of getting second.
listen, you've got one manager you can take at Chelsea. Are you taking Brendan Rodgers or Poch?
Poch.
Brendan
Oh,
Rodgers.
you made me do this in
Brendan
the end.
Rodgers.
Rogers.
Brendan Rodgers.
I'm taking Poch. I'm sorry, I'm
Pochettino.
taking
I'm
Poch.
taking Brendan Rodgers.
I need to hear arguments.
Is this over Brendan Rodgers and
Wait, hold on.
Poch?
I would
take Rogers.
Yeah.
Are we going
Yeah.
right now? Right.
Well, no,
No.
let's imagine it's in 50 years in the future. Of course, right now. Like, what are you talking about?
No, but what I asked is not a stupid question. If you're going right now,
Yeah,
I'm going Rodgers because Rodgers has won more trophies,
yeah.
and he's shown to me that he can compete on multiple fronts. Poch,
He's
Yeah.
won trophies in
he-
Scotland.
Poch, yeah, but Poch hasn't. He hasn't won anything either. So semantics.
He's actually won. He's actually won one
Also-
trophy.
But-
Has he?
Yeah,
but
under PSG.
In the French
No,
league, it
no,
doesn't
no,
count.
no,
So
no.
he hasn't won anything.
It does
Anyway,
count.
Stop
Can
this.
I-
The
can I
Mickey
finish?
Mouse Disneyland Paris Cup does not count. That was one. That's another manager's work. He's taking credit
Can
for.
I finish?
No.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, let Prime finish. Let Barry finish. Let Prime
It's like
finish.
you
sorry.
building a house and you painting it and say, "Look at the job I've done here."
Can I finish my point?
Yeah.
Also, can I finish my point? Also,
Yes, Prime. Sorry.
Poch hasn't shown that he can compete on multiple fronts. He was basically boycotting the Carabao and the FA Cup just to finish third and second in the league.
Yeah.
Like that's not an impressive achievement to me. At least with Brendan
Yeah.
Rodgers, he shows me that he can challenge and secure top four as well as competing in cup competition, domestic. So I'd rather take Rodgers.
I think, if I'm being honest, obviously it's better for both of them to have won trophies, but I think the whole competing on all fronts only matters if you win a trophy, which Rodgers in English football hasn't done. I'm not saying Rodgers is a bad manager. I would have taken him if we didn't get Tuchel. He would have been one of the names I would have took at Chelsea.
But Poch hasn't won anything either.
Exactly. So that's my point.
point.
My point is you can't. I don't think you can use competing on all fronts against a manager that's also won no trophies. If he's won no trophies, if you get what I mean.
No,
Can
I just say as well?
You can, because competing on multiple fronts means
it means you still lose.
But your squad is stretched. At least Poch wasn't competing for anything else.
Yeah.
So he was literally focusing on the league and still not able to win it. That's embarrassing.
It's not.
Well, who was Rodgers competing on all fronts with, though?
It is because Poch had the best team in the league.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, that's true.
He had the best squad in the league.
Rodgers has the best team in the league.
I think he did.
Brendan Rodgers has never had the best squad in the league in the Prem.
No, he's getting best out of a team that shouldn't really be where they are, you know.
But then, would you said before Pochettino that? Would you have said before Pochettino?
That's why I try to Brendan Rodgers.
Before Pochettino, would you say that, or even when Pochettino first arrived, would you say?
Hang on, sorry. There's a lot of Poch slander going on here, and Flawless is going to hate this. But Flawless, I'm asking Chelsea fans if they'd rather take Poch or Brendan Rodgers.
But Indiana.
Listen, people, please go and subscribe to Sarcasm City if you haven't already. Great channel. Great things going on over there. Drop it in the chat. Yeah, go on.
When let's say you look at who Tottenham signed. They signed Son when Poch was there. Kane came through a season or two before, whenever it was, but he wasn't a main starter. You had Dele Alli came in from MK Dons. He turned before 15-16 where they challenged. No one expected them to be anywhere near the top. I know Mourinho's Chelsea. I know that went how it was, and I get there was Arsenal, who I think on paper before everyone predicted to finish above Spurs. You had Louis van Gaal's Man United, which if you look at Van Gaal's United career, I wouldn't say it was a total failure. I think there was ups and downs. So
I don't think Poch failed.
Well, the reason why you're wrong,
he overachieved.
Well, the reason why you're wrong with that, because you're mentioning Van Gaal and Arsenal, when you know what pundits and fans are like. They predict based on, they don't really make predictions based on the squad itself. They just predict it based on the club, and United and Arsenal should be top four. Poch did underachieve. He should have won, if not even a title. Don't. I'm not finished. Forget even a title. He should have won at least a trophy. Whereas with Rodgers, when he challenged with Liverpool, that he was one of the top 2 or 3 squads in the league, really shouldn't be in a title race anyway.
Yeah.
With Leicester last season, no one predicted them to get top 4. Even this season, the people still predict Leicester to get top 4.
Prime, do you know what my argument would be towards Poch? Yeah, this is what I'll say. Yeah, I've never seen Rodgers build not a dynasty, but build a team from literally the floor up. Like I've seen him a 5-year process where he had, listen, when he first took over the Tottenham squad, we can all agree it was a below par squad that didn't make top 4 as regularly as they did under Poch. Yeah, they came second and third under Poch. We understand that Spurs have a history of serial failing. Yeah, like that can't be denied. But I don't want to use the Celtic.
Ryan's in me. I love Ryan.
I don't want to use the Celtic argument because I feel like if Poch went to the Celtic and went to that Scottish League, I do think he will match what Rodgers did. In my opinion.
Again, the Celtic thing. That's why I said it's semantics.
Wait, Prime.
Okay, no. But let me finish. Just like you said, let me finish as well. So, the way I see, I understand what you're saying. He did compete with Liverpool. At the same time, he matched his Poch matched Rodgers' achievements at Liverpool by competing with Spurs. So what's the difference between the two?
I think Spurs are the best. I think Spurs are the best squad.
Because Poch had the best squad in the league.
No, he didn't. No, at the start of 15-16. No.
I'm not. Wait, let him explain.
Run through the team.
No, I'm not finished. Well, no. Thank you. He did have the best squad in the league.
No, he didn't. That's bullshit.
Who had a better squad? Okay, wait. Hang on. Who had a better squad?
because people kept raving about this amazing team, one of the best goalkeepers.
What, in 2015?
Let me finish.
Rubbish.
Will.
Absolute rubbish.
Will, just let
I'll
him
mute-
finish,
I'll
man.
just
Come
mute
on.
you. People kept talking about this, one of the best goalkeepers, talking about
Yeah.
their brilliant fullbacks. Alderweireld and Vertonghen, one of the best partnerships the Premier League's actually ever seen. People talk about their midfield.
In 2015? No.
Lord's brilliant.
I'm not talking about. Let me until I finish. People kept talking about Ali, Ericsson, Son, and Kane. Like they should have won when.
At least the League Cup.
When Chelsea won the league under Mourinho, we weren't even the best squad in the league.
was Spurs, yeah.
Spurs challenged, but maybe that was their first time challenging, so fine, you can allow that. When Leicester won the league, Spurs should have won it.
Okay.
Yeah.
When
Prime,
Chelsea
can I-
won the league, when Chelsea won under Conte, Spurs should have won the league because Chelsea didn't have the best squad in the league.
Okay, Prime, can I just say though, listen, you know the difference between the two is, yeah?
They
Number
should have
one,
won
Poch.
they should have won at least a trophy.
Oh, you bugged out for me. I thought you stopped. Listen, I was going to say that the difference between the two is that, Poch actually maintained it. Poch actually maintained the challenge throughout his reign until he left. Yeah, when he left, it all went downhill. With Liverpool, with Rodgers, they lost Suarez, and who did they also lose? Yeah, it was Suarez, and it was a complete meltdown, and it wasn't in a short amount of time. With Poch, you talk about Kane. Where did Kane get his first chance from? Wasn't it from Poch?
It was
Didn't he
under
become
Tim
one of the-
Sherwood.
No, it
but-
wasn't.
No, it was
wasn't.
Tim Sherwood, but then how did Kane become this world-class striker? For me, it was under Poch.
do
Dele
you
Alli
know-
became the world-class
Wait,
poacher
I need
under
Indiana.
Poch.
I need to
But
get
wait,
this off my
but
chest. I need to.
but you
Prime,
know-
you've got your dates wrong to
you know
start
why-
with. When
you know
Jose
why
Mourinho won the
answer?
league, Dele Alli was not as Tottenham. So that's
Wait,
one.
guys,
That's
we're getting away
absolute
from
rubbish.
the question.
Two.
I wasn't talking. I didn't. No, I
Two,
didn't. Because
You said
you
when
have to
Mourinho
dive
won the
into it. You
league,
have to
and I'll
dive
go
into
back
it.
and clip it. You said when
Yeah.
Mourinho won the league, Spurs had
Yeah.
the best squad. Absolute rubbish.
I
They
wasn't
finished-
just.
they
I
got
wasn't
Europa
just
League
talking about
football.
Mourinho. I named.
They got
Will,
Europa
I
League
named.
football. They
Will,
didn't
I
challenge
named
the
three
Man
seasons.
City.
I love the
So
Will
that's
Barry
rubbish to
argument.
start with. You got
Will
I
Barry.
named 3 seasons because I even said even Mourinho season. Maybe you can take that away. That's fine
Yeah.
because I said 2-3 seasons. So even Mourinho season, you can take that away.
Prime, but I'm
I don't know
not saying
what
he
you're
built
trying
that
to
squad. I'm not saying he built that squad, but I'm saying he did kind of nurture them and make them like a good class team, right? Because for me,
People talk about
You
Poch
keep
being a
bugging out,
world class manager.
But guys, the
That's
question-
no, Prime. You're right.
Sorry,
There.
people talk about Poch being a world class manager, and that's what I don't agree with because he hasn't proven anything to be this amazing world class manager.
can I make a last point,
That's
Indiana,
why I
before
would
you
say
before you go? One last
Yeah,
point.
good.
Do you know the biggest problem with Poch is? Yeah, he actually prioritized those big competitions, the Premier Leagues and the Champions League, over the little cups. Well, not little cups, but with all due respect to the FA Cup and Carabao. If he actually prioritized them, yeah, and played the right squads, we never know. He could have had a trophy or two on his
Yeah.
Arsenal, but he didn't prioritize them. He prioritized the big trophies, and it cost him in the end. It cost him. He was trophyless. He left Spurs trophyless.
Yeah, I just think that there's like knockout competitions are different. So I don't hold anything against Poch for not winning the Champions League, not at all, because I do feel they're different. When it comes to the Premier League, I do feel he should have won one with Spurs.
No,
think
no.
No, I do. I think the squad was good enough.
It was that
actually think
squad.
the squad
If
was
you
good
look,
enough.
okay, Indiana. Let's break down.
Especially the
Well,
first 11.
2015.
should have won it the time. when
No, they shouldn't have won it.
I will.
They
Well, tell us why.
shouldn't.
Tell us why. Just
Because
don't get angry, just tell
Antonio
us why.
Conte is a first, we'll talk about 16-17, because 15-16, at the start of that, no one had a right. No one would have said that Spurs have a right to get anywhere near. They were a Europa League team at best. So that one is rubbish. They should have won the league. They had the best squad. Crap. 16-17, okay.
Well, what about the season where Leicester won it? Shouldn't have Tottenham won it?
Yeah.
They should have.
They did
Yeah,
ball that one.
16-17, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, you can make a case.
That's very true
Antonio
as well.
Conte is a
What
better
Claudio said.
manager than Pochettino. That is a fact.
Mhm.
No one's doubting that. So that's the manager.
That's
Okay,
a good.
N'Golo-
Flawless makes a good point as well, man.
N'Golo Kante
Yeah.
and Nemanja Matic,
Mhm.
one of the best partnerships in my opinion, midfield partnerships in Premier League history on their day. Says Fabregas as a squad player as well. Okay, yes. Fullbacks, Spurs have a better team. Centre backs, David Luiz, one of the best centre backs in Premier League history in my opinion.
No.
As the right centre back, you have Azpilicueta, again known as one of the most consistent players in the last decade. Okay, the other centre back, you had Cahill. You could say Alderweireld gets in that team. Midfield, okay, you can argue Moussa Dembele deserves to get in there over Matic, but Kante gets in that team. Matic and Dembele are better, but you can argue it. The attack, Eden Hazard, one of the best players in Premier League history, probably the second best winger in Premier League history. Striker,
No.
Diego Costa.
What's that nonsense all about?
What do you mean,
the
Eden
second
Hazard?
best?
Are you?
The second
Winger,
best
yes.
in Premier League history.
Well,
Winger,
when you
yes.
hold on,
There's
when
an
you
argument
said-
for it.
when you-
Wait,
when
can you let me
said- when
finish?
you
Because
said-
you say let
Are you
me
not
finish all the
finished?
time, and you don't
Are you
let me
not
finish.
Well, I assumed you were finished. Well, okay, go.
I literally have 2 positions left. Can you count to 11?
Well,
Eden
relax,
Hazard,
I'm not
one
gonna
of the
get
best, one of the best wingers in Premier League history. Diego Costa at the time was better than Harry Kane. I don't care what anyone says. Diego Costa was better than Harry Kane that season. And Pedro, who else did they have? They had Dele Alli. Okay, was known as
Ericsson was on the right, was he? Drifted
Ericsson.
in.
Yeah,
Mm.
you could argue Ericsson gets in that team. Chelsea had a better team and had a better bench than Tottenham. That is a fact. They had a better manager as well. They should. Well, they didn't. Should, you look at Man United as well. Signed Ibrahimovic, signed Bailly, who was meant to be this, who was meant to be this world class player. You
United
signed
side wasn't that
Pogba.
good, man.
When-
It was thrown
when-
together.
You wait a minute. Let me finish. You had David De Gea, the best goalkeeper in the world at the time. There's other teams that should have been there above Tottenham. Mourinho flopped, got sick. Fair enough. Expectations change. But Pep Guardiola came in. City spent how much money on Stones? They went on a rampage. A lot of those signings flopped. They had Sterling, who Pep had to apply a system to make better. They had Aguero. They had Torre. I know he didn't really play as much that season. They had De Bruyne. Other teams have better squads than Tottenham. Look at Tottenham's bench. They had Vincent Janssen as a backup striker.
No,
Son wasn't even known
I
to
hear
do
what
well.
we have
you're saying.
Batshuayi.
Wait, hold on. I
Go
want to
on,
go.
go on.
I want to go because you just talk about Conte being this amazing manager. This is why I always speak about managers. Where if Poch is this amazing world class manager, get the best out of your
And
squad.
he did.
Because, well, stop.
Let him
Because
finish. Let him
if-
finish.
Stop! You're
if
talking shit.
during that prime with Spurs, that people talk about that squad or Mourinho or Conte or Ancelotti, they would have won at least a league. If not,
Where's
a
your
league,
evidence?
then
That's
they would have won. Then
hypotheticals.
If
That's
not,
hypotheticals.
well,
Let's talk about
well,
what you just said, which I'm quoting
they
you.
are better
Lloris.
managers. So they
You
are better
quoted. People
They
said
are- they
Lloris,
are-
one of
they
the
are
best
be- they are
goalkeepers in
better-
Premier League history.
I'm not finished. They are better managers. They are
Did
world
you
class
kick
managers. So
him?
yes, they would have. And
Did
I'm
you
not
kick
even forget a league. They would have won a trophy, the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup. That's why I don't rate Poch like that because he couldn't even do that.
Can I ask you a question, Prime? Can I ask you a question? You talk about those other managers,
But then
yeah?
you don't rate Arteta, who
Well,
won
hold on,
the FA Cup
hold on,
with
hold on.
Arsenal.
Those other managers,
Your points
yeah?
make no sense.
Let me finish, bro. Let me finish.
I don't think
Listen,
sorry.
let Slens go. Let Slens go. Let Slens
Yeah,
go.
I was gonna say, you talk about these other managers, yeah, but how many of those managers would have waited, yeah, and waited for the likes of Dele Alli and Kane to develop into great, like,
Yeah.
not world class players, but one of the best in the league, yeah? How many of them would? Because Mourinho, we all know Mourinho wanted the ready-made 26,
Yeah.
27-year-olds to come in and win the trophies right away. Now,
Definitely.
my last point about Poch, yeah, what I'll say is, I believe he didn't underachieve, but what he did is ignoring those little competitions that Spurs haven't won
Facts.
was a big mistake. Big mistake, man. He
Prime,
shouldn't
why
have
do
done
you
that.
rate Ollie?
He should have won
Why do
those
you rate Ollie,
trophies.
but you don't rate Poch? Tell me why.
Guys,
What's the difference?
That's a good question.
This is how I know that you don't know and listens. I never
Do
said
you want
don't
me to
rate
go
Poch.
and quote you saying
Why-
you rate Ollie
can I
and you like
finish?
Ollie? Do you want me to go back? Because I'll find
Can I-
every clip
did
of
you-
you
did
saying
you
you
hear
like Ollie.
Well, what did I
another
just
Will
say?
Barry
What did
argument,
I just say now?
Okay, I'm going to quote what you said about Spurs. You said Alderweireld and Vertonghen quoted
That is
and
not
talked
what I
about as
just
one of the
said,
best
right?
centre
That's
back
not-
partnership.
I'm removing you now. That's not what I just said. I didn't say I don't rate Poch, and you're talking about Ollie and Alderweireld. Listen, thank you. I've never said I don't rate Poch. I don't.
Let me
think he's
finish.
this-
Let me
I
finish.
don't
When I
think
make a point.
I don't think he's just an amazing world class manager that people
Oi,
hype him up for.
oi,
United fans knew that if he came in, he'd win them the league.
I get what Prime's
Uh,
saying. He's not that level.
No, I don't agree with that. I rate Ollie because of what he's doing at Man United. However, I've never said Ollie. Well, I've never said seriously that Ollie is a world class manager. I do
Bad,
think he's performing brilliantly this season.
Yeah,
I do.
but have I ever
I
said
do
Poch is
think-
world class?
I don't think. I'm not talking about just you.
But that's the debate.
So
What we
you're-
think.
no,
So why are
you're
you
coming
bringing
at-
other people's
You're
opinions?
coming-
It makes no
you're coming-
sense.
No, because you're coming at me for what I've said. I'm talking about what people say.
Yeah,
about
and
Poch.
what you spoke is utter
I'm
shit.
talking about what. Okay, I'm talking about what people say about Poch. So let me finish. Thank you. I
Stop
do
kicking
rate
him,
Poch.
man.
I do think he's a good manager. The same way I think Ollie's a good manager. However, Poch hasn't proven to me that he is this world class manager that people say that he is. I don't.
I hear that.
I don't like. if
Prime, it's
people
a debate
saying
between me
Poch-
and you.
People
It's
are
not other
saying
people.
people say no, but I'm not talking about you.
So why are
I'm
you
talking
in
about what
a debate
I'm talking
against
about.
me?
I'm not having a debate with you
But it
about
is.
this.
You said
but
Rodgers or Poch. It's a debate. Do you know what a
and
debate is? Do you want me to read it out? I know.
Listen, people.
Yeah,
Listen, people.
Roger.
Hang on, Prime. Hang
No,
on, Prime.
no,
Hang on.
hold
Hang
on,
on.
no,
Yeah,
hold
hang
on, no.
on.
Let me
Hang
no, because
on, Prime.
no. Let me finish this, Indiana.
Barry,
Please, let me finish this.
behave yourself. People, please smash
Because
the
this
like,
is because
subscribe
this is
to the
annoying.
channel if you are new, and you can
People will
listen to
misinterpret
the
what's
Will
said
and
and
the
act
Will
like
and Barry
they're smart or
argument.
something.
Come on.
Can I finish? Thank you.
Yeah.
You're talking about Rodgers or Poch, and I'm talking about what people say about Poch and what he's done. I'm not talking about what just you have said. You can come at me for what I've said, but yet you're still misinterpreting what I've said. You're bringing up
Because
other
everyone
things that I haven't said.
misinterprets what you said. Because
Let me finish. Thank you. I do rate Poch. I think he's a good manager. The same way I think Ollie's a good manager. Maybe Poch is a bit better than Ollie, but maybe that's a bit also semantics because they both haven't done extraordinary things per se in the game. But until Poch proves to me that he is a world-class manager, then you like
you
no
could
one
have
can-
just said that
no one
instead of
can-
wasting 30.
What? Well, you keep interrupting me. I will actually remove you. Keep doing that. Poch is not this amazing, world-renowned, world-class manager that people always say that he is. I rate Sarri, yes, but I've never said Sarri is also a world-class manager. The same way I never said Ollie. Seriously, anyway, I've never said Ollie's a world-class
Didn't
manager.
you just say that?
People have to. Well, when you keep interrupting and being rude and being a bit of a like
Prime,
you're gonna
put up
misinterpret
with this
things.
shit every.
Thank you. I don't like. Poch has to prove a lot to be this world-class manager, but is he good or is he? Yeah, is he good at what he does in terms of improving a team?
So
Yes, just as I think Rodgers is
Just
good. At
say
his
that
own.
instead of making up shit
I
like.
have said that, but you've kept making up stuff about. Actually, I just remove you because you keep doing something.
wait, guys, come back to the question. So who do you guys pick, Rodgers or Poch?
I would take
Yes,
Rodgers.
He would pick Rodgers, although he's literally
Yes,
put no
because
points to why he's
Poch is
better
an
than
amazing
Poch.
world-class manager. I don't agree with.
Just getting the best out of other like a team that's not as good, man. Like, like look at Leicester. Like they got Leicester's team is.
Yeah, I don't think it's that
Leicester's team
much.
shouldn't be third, man. Like they have a decent team, but they shouldn't.
Nah, you know what though? There is an argument that they should be, bro. Look at their midfield, yeah. It's arguably one of the most balanced midfields in the league. If you look at Ndidi, Tielemans, and Madison, yeah, we all say Fofana's a great centre back. We all say Evans is a great centre back. We talk about. Let me finish. Let me finish, man. Listen. Wait, I was gonna say, you look at this, Ricardo Pereira, and you look at James Justin. Everyone raves about James Justin. Jamie Vardy speaks for himself as well. So you can't tell me that
Madison.
Yeah, you can't tell me that the squad isn't good enough to make top four because it is, and it's not. Listen, it's not a team that Rodgers built. For me, Poch built that side to be the great team that it was. You know what I mean? That's my whole
I
argument.
hear that.
Can I just add to your point? I want to add to your point.
Different. That's very different. You can build a squad, but can you take them to the next level? And that's where my questions are with Poch. That's my only question.
And that's why, Indiana. That's why the PSG move is very important because it will prove if this guy can actually do it with superstars, yeah, without building them, getting ready-made superstars who need to win trophies now.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. That's why PSG move is very important. That's my point.
I don't understand what it
proves. But if he can do it with them, if he can win trophies with those kind of stars.
No. Do you know what? No. Do you know what I'd like him to do? I think the perfect move for him would be go to Dortmund and win the league.
Yes.
You wouldn't rate him
not
PSG.
No, hold on. So if you want the Champions League with PSG, what about that? That's a
full credit. Full credit. But not if you're not like 5 points clear in Ligue 1. I think you have to be 5 points clear of PSG. That's right. Not in second.
Only if Poch did it while also winning the league at PSG and the other domestic trophy. Because
if he does the treble, full credit.
Winning stuff in France or with PSG is a given. It's the Champions League that's a stepping stone. So
that's what I'm saying.
Champions League with it. If he does that, then yes.
Stens, do you know why Ndidi, Tielemans, and Madison is now this great balanced midfield? It's because of Rodgers. Case settled because of Rodgers. Give Rodgers full credit. And Ndidi, where does he come from?
I think it's a good manager.
Madison, £8 million from Norwich. £8 million.
Yeah.
Tielemans,
did Rodgers sign him?
Anderlecht.
Rodgers didn't sign him.
No, Claude Puel, sorry. He turned him into it. He turned into that player.
But isn't that the point? Isn't that the point we're making here? Is that obviously when Poch had the director of football, everything was going well. When the director of football left and things started changing, Poch didn't really. Poch got bought the players he wanted. He didn't really identify them very well, and that's.
I mean, Ndombele is a great player. To be fair,
But Indiana, the season he finished second, did he buy anyone?
I can't remember.
He
I
didn't buy
actually can't
anyone.
remember.
He didn't. It
I should
was
know,
the first
it's
time in
very well,
history.
Spurs fans.
Wait,
It was the first time in
Yes, I
history.
remember Sam,
Which
yeah.
season?
Right.
Which season?
The season they finished second, I think it was the Conte season. They didn't sign a single player, bro.
Yeah.
That's the first time it was done in history, I believe, in the Champions League.
Yeah,
No one has ever not signed anyone.
I thought that was.
Hmm.
I thought that was.
No,
8.
I remember that. I remember that.
Yeah, no, you're right. I do remember it.
I thought that was
Slen,
the season before Poch got sacked.
Slen, sorry,
thought-
quickly come back to Leicester.
Yeah.
The reason why I say that the amount of injuries that Leicester have had this season, like they shouldn't be where they are. Trust me. Like they've had injuries left, right, and centre from all their best players, and they're still third.
No, it's respect him. Yeah, of course, respect
Yeah, I
him.
mean,
And listen,
that's what I'm
if he
saying,
can
yeah.
maintain it, then I will look
Yeah,
at him differently.
but I do-
I'll say he's a better manager than Poch.
And
but
he's also he's in a cup semi-final. He could get to a final.
Poch was in the final, cup final.
Yes.
Was it? Flawless is saying it was two
if-
winners. Was it two winners without
But here's
signing?
the thing.
I believe so.
Wow.
Slens.
Go on,
Poch
Brian.
or not Poch. Rodgers has been at less. This is 2 seasons. So what is it? 2.5? Is it?
Yeah,
Or 2-ish
yeah.
seasons.
Yeah.
So if he wins this FA Cup, which he actually probably could do, because he could beat a Chelsea or a City on the day. If he does that, then
Prime. Do you know
then
what? I just realized something actually. You know what else
Yeah.
plays a big part in this? You know the board at Leicester. We can all
Yes.
agree it's a great board,
Yeah.
right? It's one of the best. Like it's out of the tops. Actually, out of Chelsea and City, this is one of the best for me. Like they back their managers. They always find these shrewd signings. The likes of
Me and Prime had
Fofana.
this
Yeah.
conversation.
The
this morning,
scouting
man.
is incredible.
And if you look at Spurs, I'm not gonna lie. For me, I know Indiana has a point about the technical director being one of the best. I believe he's gone to Leipzig. But at the same time, you do work with your hands shackled behind your back, bro. Because
course.
the two summers without signing, that is ridiculous, man. Like, not backing a manager like Poch who's improved the standards of your team, it's ridiculous for me. They should have backed him.
yes, but again, my thing as a manager, you get the best out of the squad you have.
And he did.
Will.
Poch did.
I don't
Poch
think-
Rodgers is
did.
going to
I
bottle it,
don't.
right?
I
He's going to
think.
bottle it.
I don't think Poch necessarily did, because with that squad, he should have won. He should have won stuff.
I agree with
And
Prime.
it's
But-
not
but-
even. And it's not even.
One question.
The thing is, forget the league.
Okay.
He could have won FA Cups or Carabao.
Okay, that's
Is that
okay.
your
That's a good
standard
point.
then?
That's
Is
a
that
good
your
point.
standard winning an
No,
FA
for
Cup?
Spurs,
No,
yes.
For
my
Spurs,
standard-
yeah.
Spurs, yes.
For Spurs, yeah. They have to win
For-
something.
Winning an FA Cup means jack shit. Look at Arteta.
Okay,
Winning an
well,
FA
for
Cup.
Spurs, it means everything.
It means yeah.
Okay, but
Finishing,
you
finishing
can't.
second in the league doesn't mean anything either.
Yeah. Well, it no, it doesn't. That's
Prime.
why I
Again-
don't
again.
think Ollie's been a success.
Wait, 1 second.
But
One
that's why
answer.
Poch is not a
Quick answer
success.
to that question.
So
Hold
is
on, wait,
Rodgers
Prime.
a success? No.
I didn't say Rodgers is a success either.
So what's the point of this debate? They're both failures, and we need
Prime,
better
can I just
managers.
say, though,
The
that
thing
should
is,
be
who would you rather have? And you're getting angry because I
I'm
don't
not
think
fine.
Poch is a
Have you ever
world-class
seen me
manager.
angry? I don't think you have.
Well,
I'm not
you have
angry.
because you're
Oh.
snapping at me, but okay.
I'm not.
Prime, can I
I'm
just say, yeah?
Well,
Quick
wait,
answer to your question.
Yes,
Go on,
yes,
go
wait,
on.
I'm annoyed that when I've tried to answer your point, you just kick me out every time.
Because
And
you're
you
not
always
you're not
preach,
listening.
Let
because
me
you're not listening
finish.
to what I'm
Let me
saying.
finish.
Let him go,
You
Prime.
kick
You
me
Let him
haven't
go.
out.
listened to what I've
It's
said.
so annoying.
Because you
Because
haven't
I'm
listened to
trying
what
to
I've
respond
said.
to your point. You go, let me finish. I
Because
assumed you
you-
were
I was
finished.
gonna make this
Ask-
point actually.
ask-
I was gonna say.
Assume it brings the arse out of you and me, doesn't it? So don't assume I'm
Because you
finished.
haven't-
when
because
I've,
you
when
haven't
I've counted
well,
9
no,
players.
out of
It's
you,
not
out
11.
of
Maybe
you.
go back to maths.
Out of you,
School and
out
learn
of
maths.
you, out of you. Because what I'm saying, because what I'm what because when you ask me
And
a
I let
question,
Indiana
I'm trying to
finish his
answer it.
point when I was halfway
And
through. 'cause I'm a-
automatically
'cause
you're jumping
I'm-
and saying Lloris and Alderweireld.
That's what you
and
said.
saying
I'll
that
clip
I'm
it.
looking
That's
up.
what you said. I'll clip
No.
it and send it to you. It's what you said.
No, because when I was answering a question and I mentioned Ollie and you said Alderweireld and Lloris, how does that factor into what I'm just trying to answer?
Because I'm talking the shit that you spoke and you speak.
Guys,
about
No,
other
can
people.
I just ask Prime a question in the middle of this?
That is not
Oh,
what
I
I
just
just
arguing. It's
said.
not even a debate anymore.
That is not
It's
what
an
I just
argument.
said.
You two
I
just
don't know.
arguing.
I deal with this every day. I can't
Prime,
do it.
can I just say?
Fine,
Prime,
Will's getting angry. That's fine. Sorry, Slam.
Prime,
I'm
can
getting
I
angry.
just say,
because
listen.
You cut me off.
One sec,
You think
bro,
me like-
bro.
Because you're not.
You
because you're
never
not
listen
listening
to
what's
me
being
either,
said.
Brian. You
I
can't
did
speak.
listen, but you're not listening to what's being said.
This is
This
a
marriage
debate.
is
Fine,
never
This is
going
not
to
a
last.
debate. Domestic.
It doesn't
I
really
listen to
matter.
what
It's
Sen
fine.
says.
Alright.
Me and
It
Sen
doesn't
can have
matter
a
what I said.
conversation because
It
Sen
doesn't
is
matter.
actually
It doesn't
normal
matter.
in
It's fine.
talking.
Relax,
He's
All
Will,
right,
Will,
it's
Will,
fine,
Will,
it's fine,
Will.
it
Don't
doesn't
disrespect.
matter.
Just relax. All right,
Listen,
Will,
I'm
listen.
relaxed.
Fine.
Listen,
It's
listen.
fine, it doesn't
Because
matter.
Sen can actually
hang
talk
on.
to me and Indiana
All
can
right,
as well.
cool.
You
All
go,
right,
let
that's
me
fine.
finish,
All
let
right,
me
fine.
finish. You speak,
All
you say
right.
let me finish more
Will,
than you
Barry,
actually
just
talk.
wait a minute,
All
wait a
right,
minute,
fine.
wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. can you two just sell the house and one of you see the kids on weekends? Because this is doing my nut.
Well,
We're
I'm
getting
trying to
nowhere.
move on. I'm
Hey,
trying
bro,
to
I feel like the kid with both his parents fighting, bro. It's so
I'm trying to
weird.
move
Yeah.
on. Spence, what was it you were saying?
I was gonna say, but you know, you talked about being second means fuck all, yeah. But you know, if a Carabao Cup means a lot to Spurs, being second
Yes.
will mean a lot as well. I understand trophies are different, but it's still a big achievement to Spurs. If you look at Spurs' standards, on the terms of Spurs' standards, it's a big achievement to finish second. When was the last time they finished second before Poch?
By the standards of Spurs, yes. But
Yes.
again, my thing is when people keep talking about Poch being this amazing world-class manager, him just finishing second or finishing top 4 is useless because he doesn't
Again,
prove
about
that
other
he's a
people's
world-class manager.
opinions. It's a debate.
That has been my point.
Your
He could have
point
at least won
it
something to
doesn't
back
make
that
sense
up.
then.
If he had finished like 3rd or 4th or whatever and was winning trophies with that, then maybe that's a bit of an argument.
Do you know why I
But
get
he
you,
wasn't
Prime?
winning
Do
the
you
league.
do you know what I realize? Prime, your argument is that you don't want him to be considered as a world-class manager. You just think he's a good manager. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's what I've been saying.
I know.
But there's certain people want to interrupt and think that they know what I'm saying.
Oh, stop the
Yes,
arguing, man.
that's
Come
what
on,
I'm
But,
saying.
petty, man.
Prime,
It's petty,
Prime,
man.
the argument
You're a
is
dickhead, mate. You're a dickhead.
All
Let's
right,
just
thank
move on, man. Let's just different topic. Man.
Why are you two always arguing, man?
I'm not, but when someone's interrupting and
Did
being
Will
rude
just
and
go?
stuff,
Did he
then
leave?
whatever. Yeah,
Oh,
he left.
man, he left. Will, if you're watching, man, jump back in.
Come on, Will. Come on, come back in, man.
Come on, man.
Let's-
It's not
Oh,
the same
no,
without
no,
you, man.
It's not the same.
It
It won't be the same because there won't be no more arguing. But still, not that it's Will's fault.
Yeah, but
They're
Slen,
both to
that's
blame.
my-
There's
but
two
Slen,
sides to
that's my-
every story. You must listen to both sides of this.
If,
Right, come on.
if I was rude or anything, you guys can let me know and say. But
Listen,
Slen,
the
yeah,
stream
that
is-
was my point. That I don't think he's a world-class manager.
Yeah, but can I just say though,
Listen,
bro,
yeah. Go on.
can I just say, do you know why? Do you know why this doesn't work here? Because the argument isn't he's a world-class manager; it's who's a better manager, Rodgers or Poch. Do you understand?
And that's why I said Rodgers
Yes.
is a better manager.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
people were trying to, and
Yeah, but-
Will's trying to get at me for saying that it's Poch because of how great he thinks Poch
Prime.
is. And
Yeah,
that's
but-
why I'm arguing against that he's not. Because he hasn't proven it to me anyway, in my opinion.
For me, they're both average as each other, man. Because the thing is, we don't
Average,
really know.
I
man.
agree.
That's
No,
mad.
no. Sorry, I don't mean average. Yeah, I don't mean average, but like we don't know. We don't know if like obviously we've seen Pochettino Spurs, but we really we haven't. We'll see what Pochettino does with PSG. And then
Alex, the truth is, bro. Sorry, Alex. The truth is, yeah. Do you know what it is? They're a level below the Peps, the Joses, and the Klopp,
Yeah,
and Ancelotti's.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they
I
are.
think more than a
But
few
Agreed.
people.
who
They're
you
nothing
gonna name?
more-
In the
Or
Premier
not
League?
people, more than
In the Premier League. If they
I
were to
think-
manage in the Premier League, that's who I.
Can we talk
no.
about Liverpool's chances tomorrow?
Oh yeah, okay.
I get it. I hope they make it through,
Let's
man.
talk about odds.
I want Liverpool
I
on
want
a stick,
Liverpool.
man.
Yeah. You know the thing is, I was
Why
thinking
does
that-
all Chelsea fans want Liverpool?
I don't know, man. Like I kind of want Real Madrid because we've never played them in the Champions League before. But at the
Yeah.
same time, it would be nice to have Liverpool. I don't know, man. It's just either the two. But I'm kind of supporting for Liverpool tomorrow. I kind of want them in the semis there.
It's gonna be a good game, I reckon.
All I'm saying
yeah,
is that
like-
at least. Sorry, go on, Chris.
No, I was gonna say
crap.
I actually want Real Madrid because there's a couple of reasons. Obviously, like if we beat Real Madrid, yeah, I have so much more confidence to win in the Champions League final if we beat Real Madrid. Like I have
That's
Ramos back on, by then, and they have Varane and stuff. They have a solid defense, and we can get a couple goals past them and have a solid defense. And yeah, we can do it. I understand like people want. The reasons I think Liverpool, people want Liverpool is because they're shaky defense, right?
Yeah.
And like they
Yeah.
play a high line, yeah. Like that's the reasons why, yeah. Like they're both
but
good,
can-
they're both
can I
good
make-
teams, but yeah, like yeah, go on.
Chris, I was gonna say, bro, you know, if Liverpool do make it through, yeah, I never want to hear another Liverpool fan say, "Oh, we can't do it without the crowds. It's all the crowds because they're not here. They're losing." I don't want to hear it, guys, because apparently you did if you're gonna do this comeback, you're gonna do it without the crowd, right? So I don't want to hear this whole like mentality of, "Oh, everyone's against us. We have injuries." Like I'm tired of Liverpool fans, man. I'm tired of it, man. I'm actually
Why
tired.
do people want to face Liverpool?
What injuries do they really have now? Don't they have like?
I want to
two
face
serious
Liverpool.
ones?
I want to face Liverpool, honestly, because I do believe they're not the same team, bro. And I do believe they will maintain this high line against Chelsea the way they did. And I think the likes of Timo, the likes of I can't believe I'm saying Timo, Kai Havertz, they can benefit from that.
You mean
Yeah,
tiny.
man. Yeah. I just think Klopp is very arrogant, man. Like he hasn't He hasn't changed his tactics. He
Agreed.
hasn't changed his formation. He hasn't gone that
He's
high
a-
line he plays. He hasn't taken it 10
He's a
yards
stubborn
back.
guy, man.
So there
He's
you go,
stubborn.
man. That's why I want them. That's why I want them. I'm afraid of Real Madrid. They played saucy football against Liverpool.
Nah.
I want to ask. We got Ram and Ryan in,
But wait.
in chat, both Liverpool fans.
Sorry, Diana. So, Slent,
Go on.
but didn't you think watching that Real Madrid and Liverpool game the first time,
Yeah.
like Liverpool would just pour and Real Madrid would just.
Do you know what happened, Alex? They should have played Thiago for ball retention, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Instead, he went with Keita. He went with Keita, and they kept giving the ball
This
away
guy,
very
man.
high.
But
That's
I
what
just think
happened.
I watched that game, yeah, and I just thought like, well, because Liverpool play a high line, they just picked the
Exactly,
balls up and
Comic.
they scored goals like that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, like I think Real Madrid's passing was good, but like, are they that dangerous? Like, I guess they can be, but it's just like I think Liverpool weren't that good. They were quite poor. Like I watched that game, they were average
Bro,
at
what
best.
worries me about Madrid is their history, Zidane's history in the Premier in
Yeah.
the Champions League, bro. It just seems to have a good relationship with that competition, man. Like
Yeah.
he's
He-
never letting go of it, man.
We were saying this yesterday, me and Jem and KJ on stream. In fact, people go and check it out if you haven't seen it. Get to know KJ.
Yeah, that was
Um,
that was a good stream.
So we were. I asked him like, is Zidane the greatest in terms of like footballer, and then what he's done after football? Is he the GOAT?
Do you know why he's
Like,
not?
Is there anyone close?
Johan Cruyff.
Do you think? Do you
Johan
think?
Cruyff.
What do you mean
Yeah.
by greatest?
Well, but like the thing is, Zidane won the Champions League because of the team he had. Like I think Eddie, I think
Nah, I don't.
Don't you
Well,
think?
Alex,
I think
maybe
you've still
one, but
got to
not
manage
three.
it.
Not three, maybe one, but not three, bro. Three is
Yeah,
it's
that's
never
an
been done
achievement,
before.
But
isn't
still,
it?
but like,
What
he
do you
didn't really
mean?
do much
What
in
do you
the-
mean greatest?
He didn't really do much in the league though. I don't know, man, but
Footballing legacy.
But when you have a team like that, though, man.
What
like-
as a player and manager?
So player, even like as an owner or as a director,
Yeah.
what the mark you've left on football, like the way Zidane's done it, the way the likes of Beckenbauer, Cruyff have done it. That's what we're talking about. Who's the greatest out here?
I don't.
Well, I
there's-
guess
I
you know
don't- I
Zidane
don't-
with
I
three
don't think
Champions
so.
Leagues, man. Like it's been mad though, isn't it?
Yeah,
finish-
back to
finish
backs
off
is.
three-
But guys,
it's
Cruyff still has an influence on football
It's
today,
hard.
man.
It's
It's
hard.
It's true.
It's hard to argue against 3 Champions Leagues, but again, I still back the thing of I don't think
Love
Zidane's.
flawless, man.
I don't think Zidane's great.
Me either. Prime. I
Tactically.
don't. I think
Oh
Zidane.
gosh.
I don't.
Come on, let's have the Zidane. Wait.
No.
I want
Again,
to hear
and
the Zidane
that's-
slander.
No. Again,
Every week
it's-
is someone
it's-
new. Last week is.
Oh,
Pogba.
Will would have been
Again,
perfect for this,
it's
by
hard-
the way.
It's hard, no, but Will
Yeah, he-
thinks
yeah.
the same as well. It's hard
No,
to
yeah.
it's hard to argue against it because it is 3 Champions Leagues in a row.
Yeah.
But tactically, I don't think he's the best. I've
Like,
seen times when he's got
Sorry.
outclassed or gotten the better of, but because he just had the amazing squad, but just nothing to take away from him anyway. But
You know, with Zidane, I think he can. He's that kind of manager where he'll be good to tell players who are good to do things, right? He's not the manager to try and get the best out of a team that's not that. I don't know. Look,
Hey, guys,
saying it because
can I just
that's
go on,
what
Alex?
he's done. But like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I don't see ever Zidane ever be able to like work in a team where, like, look, he's struggling. He's been struggling now since the likes of Ramos has been since Ronaldo's left. He's struggled. Like he
Yeah.
doesn't. He hasn't.
But he's won the league though, so.
It's a pretty big loss, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I don't know, man.
But he's won the league though, Indiana. He's actually won the league.
Yeah,
without
yeah,
Ronaldo.
that's true.
If Zidane wins the Champions League again this year, I don't think it'll happen because Chelsea are going to win anyway. But if Zidane wins it, would you rate him more with this squad he has now?
It's just like
Of course,
it's
more,
weird, though,
but
because,
I
No,
would
that's
rate
the
him.
prime. That's why, like, his prime does
Oh,
not.
sorry, Chris. Sorry,
that,
Chris.
No, it's just because he doesn't
I'm
rate it.
joking.
I rate Zidane. No. I rate Zidane. It's when he's put in shouts of some of the best managers of all time. I don't think tactically he doesn't hold.
Yeah.
He doesn't hold a feather to Fergie, Mourinho, Pep,
yeah.
Ancelotti.
But
And
why
these
is
are
that
just-
though?
and
Why
these
do you
are
think
just
that?
in my
I
lifetime.
just wa-
It's just because
However,
I think,
because he's won 3 Champions Leagues, I
yeah, it's just
like-
yeah.
there's not much.
Yeah,
of a
has he
valid
just bugged
argument
off?
that he's won 3 Champions Leagues. No other manager has done that.
Yeah.
Prime,
Can I just say something, guys, quickly, Alex? Just quickly,
Go
the comment section is going to Arsenal. I just want to make a quick point about Arsenal, bro.
ahead.
Last time they were playing Champions League football, we were using Blackberries. But anyways, man, just go back, man. I just want to add to the Arsenal slander. It itches me if I don't. But hey, go on, Alex. Sorry.
No, I was gonna say it just bugs me out. Like he's got 3 Champions Leagues, and I still just don't think he's a good manager. Like, come on, he is a good manager, but like it's just if on paper and you'll see what he's won, you think, oh, world class manager, probably. Like probably if you weren't a football fan and you know, but what the trophies are, you think, oh, he must be a world class manager. But is he though? Like, is he a world class manager? Like. Pep
Why is he not?
Won 3 Champions Leagues.
I say he is
Pep,
if he wins it again this year.
But
Like,
it's like
is Zidane better than him because he's won more Champions Leagues? No, but
no, like well, we can call Pep, maybe not necessarily currently, but when he was winning 3, yeah, you can call him a world class manager. But it's like, all right, for example, and even I know Mourinho and Ancelotti are at the end of their careers. Though they're at Everton and Spurs and they're challenging for top 4. Can Zidane go to this current Spurs team? If Zidane was at Spurs this season, would he be doing anywhere near as good, if not better? No. Would he do that at Everton? No.
That was.
But you know what it is though? There's some managers that don't suit those teams, bro. Some managers suit the big personalities in the dressing room. Some managers suit like the likes of Kroos and Modric. They don't suit the mid-table teams. And I get what you're saying. It's a criticism because you can only work with the best hand you get, yeah. But at the same time, it takes a lot to work those big hands, bro. It takes a lot to work those stars in the dressing room. We know Madrid has a lot of ego in the dressing room. They have a lot of problems when it comes to the owner, but he's managed it well. He's managed it well. Do you know what I mean?
That's fair, but then why is that why is that something people use to slander Mourinho with or Ancelotti? Or Conte,
Pep gets it the most, to be fair. Pep always, he can't do it at this smaller age.
Pep's at a big club. Like Mourinho's at Spurs, they're not a big club. So why does he get slated when they're doing bad? But he works with big personalities and big egos.
Prime, the Mourinho thing is a whole nother debate, bro. Because I do feel like, do you know what it is about? I'll make a quick point about Mourinho. Sorry, you know, if you want to hate Mourinho, right, it's very easy to hate him. Very easy to hate him. Do you know why? Because he gives you a reason to, yeah, and he's hated by a lot of rival fans hate him. So if you're finding a reason to say Mourinho out, it's very easy to find one, man. Just watch the football. But when it comes to results, bruv, he's proved in the past that he can get you the best. But as I said, Spurs Mourinho debate is a whole different one. It's difficult to get into.
Slens, you know what I would say about Zidane? You know, I'm only ever gonna think that he can be a great manager until I see him maybe leaving Real Madrid and going to a team where it doesn't have already a built foundation and it needs that. Like, I'm interested to see, like, let's say Arsenal sack Arteta and they bring Zidane, yeah, for example.
Why would he go to Arsenal?
I don't think it's ever going to happen. But I'll be interested to see if Zidane is able to manage a squad like that. Because
Alex, can I just say, bro, quick point? Like he's more likely to go manage West Ham than he is managing Arsenal, bro. Because I'm sorry, if you're looking at the trajectory of both teams, West Ham are currently on a better trajectory. But anyway, sorry, go on. Yeah,
we know some managers who like because I don't know, just like with Zidane, I don't know. It's mad. He's got 3 Champions Leagues, but it's just like I think Mourinho, Guardiola, Ancelotti are better managers than him, but he's got more Champions Leagues. You know what I mean?
I get what you're saying. But Alex, your point about him going to a smaller team that's not already
a smaller team, but like a team.
I get what you're saying. But if you look at Madrid, bro, I'm sorry, but they're currently going for a rebuild process as we can see. And despite that, he's won a fucking league, bro. And I know Barcelona aren't the best team. I know Atletico Madrid aren't the best team, but he's still done it, bro. Like it's still an achievement. Winning the league, he's won the league twice. Yeah, I believe that's the most. More than Ancelotti. That's more than Mourinho managed to do. That's more than who else? Who was the manager? They've had Benitez. They've had those kind of managers, and he's achieved more than them, bro. So,
do you see why I say it's hard to argue against him?
Oh, against Zidane? Yeah.
Like it's hard to argue, but it's just like it's still my head is just putting me like thinking like. He's good, but I don't think he's great, you know. And it's weird for me to think. I think there's a lot that plays with it, you know. Like, yes, okay, look, with what you said with Mourinho. Look, Mourinho took over Real Madrid during the times of prime Barcelona. If maybe, yeah, I mean, like there's things you have to there's things you have to think about in context of like how
Think
what
about
the
in
other
the
teams
chat,
are
man.
doing and stuff.
And by the way, go
He
on, go
could
on.
end his managerial career with 5 Champions Leagues.
That would
So
be
Wait,
mad,
who
bro.
just?
If like again, like that's why with the Zidane thing, I don't bother arguing.
No, it's true. Like,
Shocked comment.
Like there's
I don't
nothing
know.
I can say.
Hang on a minute.
I actually don't get the
want to read out
criticism.
this
Yeah.
comment.
Go on, sorry.
Listen, I'm here for it all, man. I know what it is with my club. United have absolutely no swearing on the channel. We swear anyway. It's all good. I have no fucking cheek to chat shit when you Why did you block out? Why did you star out shit? But you wrote fucking like.
The real
Anyway,
question is, why did you say no?
That's Arsenal.
Wait, Indiana, why did you say
when
no
you man
swearing,
spend-
but yet you swore?
No,
No, he
swear
said
all
we
the
do
time,
swear on
man.
this channel.
I
That's what
just-
he
yeah.
said. Yeah.
Prime,
Well,
come on, man. You've had to go at someone about not listening tonight. Man, spend and still can't get it right. Well, I mean, we're second. You're ninth. And the big thing is like Arsenal fans big up like Pepe to be the next superstar, or Xhaka, or you've got the fact you have 9 centre backs and can't find a partnership. Like there's big. That's big. You know?
Indiana, can we do
centre-backs,
something
you know?
fun? Can we do something
Yeah,
fun?
Of
Can
course
we look at the other leagues, yeah, and look at the 9th position of that league and just compare the teams? Please.
Wait, say that again.
Please.
I missed that. Sorry.
So can we look at other leagues?
Well, like
yeah?
Bundesliga.
Look who's in 9th position and just compare them to Arsenal, just to see where they are exactly, man.
Prime,
That's-
can you
Alright.
pull them up? Can we go through
Yeah,
them?
one question. Where are Granada in the league? Are they like 7th or 9th?
I'll check for you now. Don't worry about
I'm
that.
not
I'll
sure.
check for you now.
Because United fans keep talking about Granada and how United should batter them because they're.
Ram, have you not got it on VHS?
They're actually
I'm sure
8th.
you've got it on VHS, man.
They're actually 8th, by the way, Prime.
Imagine being below Craig Dawson.
Alright, guys. So the Spanish league, the team in 9th is Levante.
Flawless
can
loves
name-
the Arsenal slander, man. I love
If you
it.
can name me one player in Levante, I'll rate you highly, man. In the Bundesliga, it's Stuttgart.
I can't even.
Hold on. In the Italian
Stuttgart,
league,
you know.
it's Verona, Hellas Verona. You know,
Verona.
can I just say Verona? Yeah, a 39-year-old Tony 3 years ago. You know, remember Tony? Luca
Mhm.
Tony was their top scorer
Yeah, Luca
3 years
Tony,
ago.
yeah.
Just to let you guys know.
I used
innit?
to love him.
Legend of the game.
I'm going to look at the French league as a last team. Obviously, they got Nice. Nice is a good team, to be fair. I think they put up a good fight against Arsenal. But yeah, man, this is just a bit of fun, man. Just to see how bad this team exactly is.
I think anyone can put up 5 Arsenal. Look who they just drew against in
I think
Europa
they're gonna
League.
lose, man. Like I'm not.
Yeah, they are.
Stuttgart were
I'm not
recently
even
promoted
mad.
from Bundesliga 2.
Good God. Good
Check
God.
2.0 is going to put them in. Just
I'll
knock them out Europa League.
Can we talk about how Sam Allardyce is a better manager than
Thomas Tuchel.
Tuchel?
I knew you were
What?
going to do it. I knew it. I just knew it, man.
Can we talk
Tuchel,
about how Sam Allardyce?
Tuchel's the
completely
third best
outclassed him?
manager in the league.
Wow, I'd say 5th, but okay.
Okay.
What
Who
position?
goes
are you
ahead
in?
of him?
5th. He's the 5th best manager in the league.
No, okay, he's not finishing 5th. He's finishing top 4 with the Champions League as well.
Okay, so he might be the 4th. So you're still wrong.
No, but he won the Champions League, so don't I put him to 3rd?
No,
Why?
because you just said in the league. He might
No,
be,
I'm just saying.
He might,
No,
he
I'm
might
saying
be the
he'd
best
be a
manager
third.
in the Champions League if he wins it.
No, I'm saying he'd be the 3rd best manager in England because, well, he's going to be champion. Well, he's not going to be.
Pick up shots, man.
He
No,
could
seriously,
be a champion of the Champions League. That's huge.
No,
That's better than anyone in the league.
yeah, but you do realise that Chelsea are 5th because they're the 5th best team in the league.
Yeah, but like that wasn't all down to Tuchel, was it? Was
No,
he
but
here the
Frank
whole
Reliant.
season?
No, but Frank got you 4th.
No,
Can I
no,
just
no.
say-
Yeah, but he picked up when we was 10th.
Cool.
So are you saying that Sam Allardyce is a better manager than Tuchel? Yeah. Why? Is it because of that one result? Because I can do this as well, you know. I can play as well, you know. Because in 2010, I can go back in history.
That's the route I'm
go
going
back in
down.
history.
Go back in history. I'm talking about right now. I'm talking about right now.
But I'm giving you an example. In 2010, when United
if we're going to go back in
4-0
history, then let's just constantly say that Man United are the best team in the league.
No, but I'm saying, listen, if you're going to base it on one result, I can do the same thing, you know, with West Ham. Like, they beat you 4-0 in 2010. Does that mean that Avram Grant's a better manager than Ferguson? I don't know, man. Like, of course he's not. Of course he's not. Do you know what I mean? So,
he was a better manager than Ferguson.
Avram Grant.
Now you start the West Ham Ferguson.
No. I genuinely didn't hear. That's why I asked.
No, in 2010, West Ham beat United 4-0, right? And the manager was Avram Grant. I believe it was Avram Grant. I hope I'm not wrong. In 2010, and he beat Ferguson 4-0. So does that mean he's a better manager? I don't know, bro.
Question for Indiana. Like, I guess it's not a question you can answer like with a proper. So, if Alex Ferguson was coaching during this era, how do you think he would have actually done? Like, would he have actually like stayed at a club for a long time, or would he? I'm interested to see because obviously football has changed now.
Do you know what makes Ferguson the best? Is how adaptable he was.
Facts.
Yeah, but
the fact that he could identify talent himself as a manager and not rely on a board to do that. His man management, just his whole aura, like he was exceptional. But that we won't see another one. We won't see another Ferguson in the league.
Especially not today. Can I just say, guys?
It's very different now as well.
So sorry, Prime. Quick thing about Arsenal, man. Like, you know Arsenal. You know what they remind me of in the Champions League. You know that brother, like in school, he keeps repeating years. Innit? He just can't get past. Like he can't graduate, bro. You know, like he'll be like 6'4", muscled out, but he's still in year 7. That's what Arsenal are in the Champions League, bro. They just never get through, man. They never graduate, bro. But yeah, man. Sorry, just had to respond to us.
Especially in the last.
Arsenal standards all good.
Especially in the last few years, where the last few title winners have been getting or achieving up to 100 points, or just a bit below 100 points. Do you think Fergie could have done that?
I don't know.
Even though he was winning doubles and trebles, it's not 100.
Do you know what it was with Fergie? It was the fact he was adaptable. So I think Man United fans look back and think, "Oh, Fergie won every game." That's a load of bollocks. In fact, it was very much like the football has been of recent times with Manchester United, comebacks, winning late games, and we lost a lot of games. We did lose games of football under Fergie. It wasn't all perfect, but the thing again, he was so adaptable. If something was wrong, he'd adapt. The only time I didn't really see him adapt was against Barcelona in Champions League, where I think he got it completely wrong.
Where he lost 3-1.
Do you know what I'd say, guys? You know what? For me, Fergie is the greatest man manager of all time. Like no one compares to him. Like the way he used to, bro. Like I heard stories of him telling Chicharito, like, there's a game in the weekend. Yeah, he'll tell him, listen, forget this game. Yeah, next week I want you ready. I want you ready to come in. I believe he scored 3 goals against Aston Villa. Like this guy, the way he used to get into these players' minds and just motivate them.
It wasn't just that. It was like, oh, we've got great strikers, but I want Berbatov now. Like to keep them on their toes and add something different. It was about being adaptable, and this is why I question Poch, because Poch is already asking for Harry Kane and Dele Alli.
But is it? You know how we talk about the Bundesliga being a monopoly for Bayern, the same with the French league, the same with the French league, the Spanish league maybe with Real Madrid and Barcelona. Was it not also the same during Fergie's time? It was him and Arsenal, but they barely won. And then Chelsea came, but then when Ancelotti left, we fell off a bit. And then Fergie retired before City's dominance came, so before Pep came. So that's why I'm curious. Could Fergie? Could Fergie compete with Man City or with Liverpool last 2 seasons and get 100 plus?
At Manchester United now, the way it's run, no.
Yeah. No, at that time, let's just say those teams were introduced at that time.
Take any of United's take the United treble side maybe, or when they won it 3 times on the bounce. Could any of those 2 sides have got 100 plus points?
Yeah, I think you could. I think if he had the same backing as as a Pep or a Tuchel, right? If it was the Chelsea owners and boardroom, the league would be in trouble. It really would be in trouble.
Do you know why he could? Because over the years of his managerial career, yeah, the challenges he came up against were the Wenger Arsenal, yeah, one of the most like revolutionary teams that has ever been introduced to the Premier League.
Yeah.
You've got the likes of obviously Chelsea. Chelsea came with the money. You had the likes of City. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those three challenges, like I do believe. Listen, they're not. I'm not comparing them to the City's one, but it's a similar challenge. Do you know what I mean? Like he's adapting to those challenges. I feel like he would adapt to this challenge as well, man.
I do, but I don't know if we get the players. I actually believe he retired when he did because he didn't have enough power and enough control to get the players in that he needed. I mean, look at what happened when we sold Ronaldo, man. It's terrible. The achievement to win the league the way he did with the last, his last title is crazy.
Like, I really want to ask because it's things like, for example, you said United had 3 strikers and then they fought. Tough. So what would that be? Kane, maybe. Would he be able to say, "I just want to buy Harry Kane," and would he get him from Spurs? The way Spurs are run.
No, because it's a myth that we didn't spend money. We did spend money, but it was more of a personal approach then. Now it's very different. So management's different. Back then you would manage a club, so you would manage everything. You'd oversee things. Yeah. Now you manage the team.
Yeah.
There's so many other things involved now. It's different.
But that's why I'm asking. Yeah, but that's why I'm asking in these times. Could he? And I'm just genuinely curious.
I think he could. Yeah. I really do think he could, because that again, it was his management. He knew players that he had to put an arm around, players that he could have a go at and get the best. So like right now, if he was in that Man United side, he would be putting an arm around Martial, but he'd be digging into Bruno. Does that make sense? Like he'd get the best out of Bruno by talking straight to him, and he'd get the best out of Martial by putting an arm around him and encouraging him.
I have a question for you. So, during the phase from like when Arsenal and then Chelsea did the double and those 3 years, what, like, in this time, wouldn't, like, obviously because Fergie was a good manager and everything, and he won things prior to that, but like if this was during these kind of times, would have Ferguson been sacked after not winning the title for 3 years?
I don't know.
That phase where
this is the big question.
Because they really confused. It was like I was like, oh, I guess it just showed it.
That is kind of what happened when he came in,
because he didn't win.
When he came in, although he did incredible things in the Scottish League, when he came in, it was a whole restructure.
Like Ollie now.
Yeah, very, very similar. And listen, people, I'm not putting Fergie and Solskjaer on the same level. I would never.
No, I know, but in terms of what's being done.
In terms of the club, a big change happening at the club and youth coming through. I think that's what they're trying to do with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and the board. That they're trying to bring through youth. I mean, I think we bought another young lad yesterday. So we are buying top young talent. I don't know whether it will work with Solskjaer. Nobody knows this. Nobody knows that at all for a fact. But I'm telling you now, if Fergie came in now, or if social media was around when Fergie came into Manchester United, it would be pretty similar.
Yeah,
because it was in newspapers and everything.
I think social media has had a huge effect on football nowadays, of managers and players. And I think if social media was back then, especially those 3 years when he didn't win a title. Who knows? He could have been sacked. Maybe I don't know. Man.
Maybe. And I'm again, in no way I'm comparing the two managers, and I'm not saying that Ollie is the guy to change anything around. Again, I'm not manager in or out because I haven't. I don't think Ollie's got the tools really to implement his system.
Do you know what Fergie was great at? Do you know what he was great at? Identifying talent around the Premier League. So I can give you the likes of Carrick, Tevez, Berbatov, even Rooney. Like he just identified the best talents, whether they're like obviously you can buy them or not.
Yeah, but it's there right now, right? It not just the Premier League. So think about this, right? Carrick, you could say Declan Rice.
Yeah.
You could Ollie. We know Ollie wants Declan Rice. Man, I've been talking with Declan Rice agent for months. And then you look at a young up and coming striker who's killing it, Wayne Rooney. We
You
know
can't
Ollie
compare anyone
wants
to Rooney,
Haaland.
man. It's difficult, yeah.
But you know he wants
Haaland,
Haaland, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like, it's not like we're not identifying the right players. It's
Yeah.
different now of trying. Like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer hasn't got that pool.
The Paul, exactly, the Paul Fergie.
The Fergie pool was something different. I just want to get in a few questions a minute. How did you feel at the time when Fergie got rid of Beckham? Devastated. I was devastated. I had Predator football boots. I had 3 pairs of Predator football boots, by the way. Every season I buy 3 of them, and AstroTurfs and everything. I was devastated. I loved the guy. David Beckham was my favorite player, apart from Andrew Cole. But yeah, I'm obsessed with him. I was the generation of practicing free kicks with the bend on them, curving them. Just loved it. I played in the number 10 when I was young. Yeah, loved it. Devastated. But that's the good thing about Fergie. Nobody was bigger than the club, and that's the difference now as well. That what is why I question it is because player power is so strong. The money's so big. The players are. The manager will always leave before the players now, whereas back then Fergie would move the player on.
I was going to say, who was the
romance has left football? I think there's no more romance in football nowadays for me. I don't think there's ever going to be anything like what Wenger, Alex Ferguson. There's never going to be that manager who's going to the only one who's been for Sean Dyche. He's been at Burnley for 9 years. Sean Dyche, he's been there for time, but it's just that there's not going to be any managers that are going to stick to a club for a very long time and succeed and get given time like how he has for a manager to succeed well and then for 2-3 years not succeed and then succeed again. I just don't see it happening anymore. It's just business wise, isn't it? It's become more of a business related kind of issue.
Yeah, it is. Agents as well. They've got so much power now. There's too much money in the game. There's too much. Do you know the guy that set up an academy and picked up Eden Hazard when he moved from Chelsea to Real Madrid? He still picked up. I think it was over £1 million he picked up, maybe more. Maybe it was 10 mil. I can't remember whoever told me it, but there's money all the way through. So even at young academy level that I coach, they're signing pre-contracts. So it's sell-on clauses. We're going to develop your child, and we'll give them the best path possible to be a professional footballer. So yeah, it's there's too much money in it. There's too much player power, and there's such huge assets for the club. There's a huge investment to buy a player. It really is. But people, please smash the like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Please do that. Sorry, you were saying I interrupted you.
No, it is quite worrying for football in general. Look, 10 years ago, no one would ever expect that someone would have to be bid for a player of likes of Haaland or Mbappe for over 200 mil. That's just ridiculous. That's just, imagine 50 years time, in 30, 40 years time. Imagine how much money that we it'd be ridiculous. It'd be.
Alex, my kid is what's he, 16 months old. By the time he's mine age, they'll be £1 billion players.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
It would have to be, wouldn't there, with the inflation? You think
it's mad.
Yeah, it's crazy.
What? No, do you reckon the average player?
Well, I'm saying right now that
not the average player. No,
you look at a player so let's compare Alan Shearer and Harry Kane. What's Harry Kane going to cost to move? 130 odd mil? 150.
150 is what Spurs.
150. All right, that's his value. 150.
Yeah.
What was the record move for Alan Shearer back in the 90s?
Yeah.
Late 90s.
What was it? I don't know.
15 mil. 15, man.
Yeah, something very low.
15. Yeah.
That's still a lot back then.
That was 100.
That was a world record.
A world record.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying to you. That's what's that? 20, 30 odd years, 25 years. So when my kid's in his early 30s, why wouldn't the inflation carry on? And this is what I'm saying. Maybe there needs to be a cap on things, but it's crazy.
It's gonna break football.
It's growing.
Surely, like,
well, it's a business, isn't it? It's a business first. There's so much money in it. That's.
But then
that's
Sky
the
Sports will
problem.
be going up, surely, right?
I
And tickets.
think fan channels are going to take over Sky Sports. So I personally, I think
You reckon?
I think they're reaching. I think they're struggling. You look at Sky now, and you look at like people like Flex and even people from the big people from the terrace like Anita, Kendall. You've got Expressions. All these people going on to Sky Sports. They're being asked to go on. Look at what they're doing now, Sky Sports. They're doing this.
Yeah, no, they are.
They're doing this, and on BT Sport, they're doing the reactions. But the problem is that they don't have that interaction with the people watching. So like they don't do this, right? Like Lawrence put a comment in, 50 mil gets you Dan James these days, and then you can talk about that. So there's better interaction. Why am I going to watch Sky Sports people on there that think they're funny, but they're not actually? They're boring. When I can go and watch The Terrace. I can watch Sarcasm City. If I liked it, I could go and I do like it. If I like United Stand, and there's like Flex, because I do like Flex a lot. I'm not too keen on Mark Goldberg, just a personal preference of mine. But there are channels I can go and look at and go and watch. KH No Filter Football. I can go and watch that. I've got a choice of things.
It's all about online.
People, Monsters channel, right? GNA TV. No matter what it is.
It's also it's fans' perspectives, and sometimes Sky you get players' perspectives, and you get sometimes not even people who you would get opinions from people who maybe know football, but they're not true fans. And I think there's more of a personal kind of opinions and personal experiences.
It's true, man.
It comes through like podcast, like especially through kind of things. It's
You know what, Alex is spot on though.
Yeah, do you know what they'd say, Flawless? They'd say no hats allowed. That's what they'd say. Go on, man.
Yeah.
Bro, because if you look at the likes of obviously I don't want to call out people, but the likes of Rio and talk about Newcastle, like I can't take his opinion very seriously because obviously he's a sponsor or ambassador or sports director, and even like Ollie, like when even Lampard when he was there actually. Like you had the likes of Harry Redknapp and do you think they're gonna speak this truth? Do you think they're gonna like say what they think? No, of course not. They're gonna back their cousin. They're gonna back their family. So when it comes to these channels, it's raw. It's unfiltered. It's uncensored. That's what's great about it.
But you're always going to back your friends.
Yeah.
So that's
no, of course. I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm saying you shouldn't take your opinion seriously. You shouldn't take your opinion seriously.
The other thing is like obviously when you're on Sky and BT, you have to say things on TV just for this. I think the only guy I like, and who Gary Neville. I think he and maybe Jeremy Carragher, but Gary Neville. I think he's the one of the pundits. Maybe even Rio Ferdinand. Like, some of them are.
I do like Rio.
Who you get some who just say just to say, just because it's TV and they say that because they're on TV. But then you get some pundits who are actually more like fans and stuff, and that's the difference. Sometimes on here and these kind of things on YouTube, you actually get proper fans, so you get a proper honest opinion instead of being on TV and putting this persona that you have to talk in a particular way and you have to talk about this and you have to sell this idea about something, and it's not right. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Listen, I'll be straight up. This time, no, not this time. Maybe a little before, maybe 2 years ago. I wasn't interested in YouTube fan channels. I wasn't interested in it at all. And it wasn't until I started watching certain people that I was like, yeah, okay, I'm into this. I like it a lot. But yeah, listen, we're going to end the stream. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. If you haven't done so already, please smash the like. It's completely free, and it's lazy not to do it. Don't be lazy. Please subscribe to the channel. Tomorrow we've got a breakdown of the Tottenham Man United game from Rachel, breaking down both teams. We'll get some Spurs fans on. We have Grounded Football tomorrow night, where we're going to be talking about ref decisions. We're going to be talking about VAR. We're going to be talking about, can you coach players to be better? Like, what is the level you can get to with a player? And then we've got a Luke Shaw player profile. We've got the Offside Rule hosted by Yan City with Lady Lambs, Joyce. I think Tans is on, which would be good. Maybe Jess. And Friday night we've got Fraud Watch. So please subscribe to the channel. Smash the like button. Anything you want to say, Barry? Barry?
I was just gonna say, is Niall gonna be on the channel, on the show tomorrow? You're talking about referees. That was not me.
What the hell?
I think no, I think his phone died.
He lagged out. Yeah, no, I'm just saying that wasn't me. Shout out to Rachel.
Big up, man.
Oh yeah, all this Barry stuff. Everyone, please unsubscribe from this channel. No, I'm joking. Yeah, no, I'm joking. Yeah, the Grounded Football tomorrow will be awesome. Everyone, please tune in. Friday is Forward Watch. The offside rule is Thursday.
Yeah.
I don't know why I did it in that order, but it doesn't matter.
Did you just lag out?
Slens, Alex, Real Chris. Where can we find you guys? Real Chris.
Yeah, you can find me on great channels like this and everywhere. Like any other channel, or at Twitter at Real Chris 50.
Why 50, Chris? You just pick a number, just
No,
randomly.
I can't. No, I couldn't have just Real Chris. So yeah,
Yeah, no, I guess.
Yeah.
50 is a good number. 50 is a good number, man.
Chris, is there another Chris out there? Just that's a fake one. That's trying to take over.
Yeah, he's left in my basement. All right.
Jesus.
Basement, please.
All right.
Why didn't you lock Lampard in your basement? But that's not the question we should ask. Alex, where can we find you?
It's got Timo Werner there.
Yeah, just from like shout to the First 11 GNA TV. Occasional filter. Everyone, like, shout to you guys, and yeah, just my Twitter, just Alex Repet 99, just on Twitter. To be honest, I use Twitter there and there, but I'm not that really active on it. I'm not that active on social media in general, but I'm always on there and there. Like, if I see something very controversial that comes up, I will actually talk about it. But besides that, then I just use it time to time.
Slens.
Yeah. Find me on No Filter KH Football, man. Very close to 1K. Find me on Slens Talks, my own channel. Trying to upload things there more regularly. And yeah, man, you can find me on Prime's Twitter, just calling him Barry. But yeah, that's all. Thank you, guys.
Oh no, you're blocked. But yeah.
Instagram.
Obviously, in the channel, the creator of this whole thing, I guess. Is that the right word to use? I don't know. Also, Will is here as well. You can find him on Twitter here. Sometimes he's on JNA TV. Sometimes he's on Strong TV, Charlotte's channel. Sometimes he's on Slens' channel, Slens Talks.
Yes, sir.
What else? Me. That's my Twitter. You can catch me on Hospice. Same thing. Strong TV. Slens' channel if he ever wants me back on again, but I doubt he will.
Definitely will, man. Definitely.
So what are you doing next on your channel? What you got planned?
Sir, I might be doing a tier list of some sorts or a squad builder. I'm in between the two. But yeah, you're definitely invited. All of you on the panel are invited. So there you go, man.
Hold on.
You didn't shout out your Nexus.
Yes. Oh yeah, I forgot Nexus.
Yeah. I want to join that, man. I'm a big Netflix. I'm a big movie Netflix guy, man. So I'm into all that stuff, man. That sounds interesting.
We'll get you on the channel.
Yeah.
It's the longest outro.
Just trying. Yeah. Well. Yeah. Slans, is there anything you want to say?
Yeah. I just want to say, Prime, before we head off, just put your shades on, please.
Why? Okay.
That's it. Thank you. I can reveal my face.